Well, I believe more and more strongly that cinema is a very, very powerful art, and the power of cinema is precisely in not only in the structure of the position of the viewers, in the dark room, and could bring you in a total other way of thinking and feelings. He even says that cinema should go directly in the nerve systems, not through the intellectual, but directly with the nerves. So the question is to access to the story or to access to the character through the possibility of the sensation, but not in the other sense, in the other way. I'm not so close from the way that all these French extremity films are described, because Bruno Dumont, even if they are doing good movies, it's not a judgment about the quality of their films. But I'm not at all in this field, because they are dealing with representation. They are dealing with an idea of the mise en scène, and I'm not at all at the same place. If you see correctly the movies of Dumont, Denis, or Gaspard, you see how they built the space through the relation between a construction of the continuity of time in the space. So that means a certain kind of cutting, a certain kind of organization of the body inside of the frame to be able to make the sensation or the idea that there is this continuity in space and time. I'm not working at all like that. I'm not driving the scenes inside of this cutting to be able to build this continuity. I'm making the scene through the possibility of each images and how the images are the suture of between two shots. It's the confrontation of the two shots I am interested with. So it's much more in terms of intensity, precisely, or waves, it's a more molecular organization of the space than a superstructure of the organization of the space. So the representation is not at all at the same point. And I'm very surprised that a lot of critics and people compare my movies to these kind of things, because it seems that they are not looking how the movies are really. It's not the same at all. We are not trying to reach the same point. And we are not dealing in the same way with the narration, with the storytelling, with the characters. Yes, for me the narration is the question of the narration is very important. I'm not thinking that. That's why I have some kind of difficulties with pure experimental cinema, even if there is some very beautiful things done in this field, But I'm much more close from cinema in a classic way, in the sense of what is cinema, A feeling that we have inside of us, the forms are coming from the darkness, more or less, And I'm very amazed by, this first representation that the men have done in the growth, in the Lascaux, So it's the darkness. They haven't any light. They haven't any possibility to see anything, and they are putting their hands on the wall and they are drawing these animals, and all of this is in the darkness of the earth, inside of the earth. So the forms are coming from this place, and when you sleep, when you close your eyes, and when the sleep arrive, and when you dream, I mean, there is an idea of an interiority, of a kind of the psychical interiority, on where the images are coming from. Yes, the darkness. We are built with darkness, and it's a very important and very philosophical question also. Our own darkness, in terms of what we are.